Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? We are back again with another episode of We Got That Smoke with none other than Minister Louis Farrakhan. Take some time to understand what Brother Minister is saying. We'll be back, you all. Enjoy.
I urge every Muslim who is with me. I don't care what the press says. Let no follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad open his mouth or her mouth against Reverend Jackson. You keep your mouth shut. Don't say nothing. Even if you're hurt by what they have said, he said, keep your mouth shut. Because what they want is to create that atmosphere. Let's not give them that chance. We are wiser now than we were in the 60s. Me and my brother are talking. We'll talk. Continue to talk. We are family. I thought you'd be hurt, Brother Farrakhan. Oh, please. You don't know me. I believe in the book more than most of you. If they smite me on one cheek, I got another one. You see, my aim is redemption of our people. Just like Jesse kept saying, when they wanted him to rebuke me, he said, my aim is redemption. Not that there was anything in me that needed redeeming. I haven't sinned against nobody but the devil. And that ain't no sin, that's virtue. Look at the control that Jewish people exercise over the leadership of the Democratic Party and the leadership of this nation. Now, they're shook up. Must be. Because I've never seen a time when all of them have come out like this. I mean, something has brought all of the rats and the roaches out of their hiding places. Would you agree? Something brought them out. And now they all want to bite me. I don't think I'm a tasty meal for them, but they want brother. They was lashing Jesse until they heard a voice coming from behind him, and they said, uh-oh. Now they had to keep Jesse lashing him with one hand and call their brothers, come on. Now, the statement that was read, they don't want to stop there. They want to keep pushing, because the convention is just a few weeks away. People say, well, Farrakhan, you should be quiet. If you would be quiet, you see, they could get it together. Now, wait. I'm taking that into consideration. How will you be free if something don't threaten the master that holds you? Where the master now strikes at you. See the scorpion. He really wants to bite me. So he threatens you with a bite if you don't sting me with your briar and your thorn. So now poor preachers who are sold to Jewish influence couldn't wait to get before Jewish audiences to condemn me. See? Without ever getting on the phone, they all got my number. Brother Farrakhan, did you say that? That's all they had to say. I'm not making any comment till I talk to Farrakhan. Well, he said it. I got it right here. That's what they told me on CNN. I got Jesse's statement right here. I said, that's all right. I don't know anything about that statement. I'll have to wait and see him. Go ahead. See, when I said that, it blew the whole thing. I said, however, if he did rebuke me, or if he did repudiate me, if that rebuke and repudiation of me will get him to the convention with the strength that he needs to represent our people and their hurt and those that are locked out, then the rebuke is well worth it. Why? Because I can take all of that. Because I don't care nothing about what people say about me. I know who I am. And I know what I am. Brother, nobody can take anything away from me. Because you didn't give me nothing. What you give, you can take away. Sorry about that. So now the vice president, he jumps out. And he said, I speak on behalf of the president. Look here, brother. I looked around. And I'm sitting there on TV. I don't know what's going on. And somebody hands the woman a note. Said, just a moment, we just got this note, hot off the wire. And they all got the camera right dead in my eyes, you know. The Senate has just voted 95 to nothing to censure you. In words, now, what do you got to say about that? So we sent the congressional record to see what they're talking about. But I told him, I said, you don't have one black senator there, do you? You're going to censure me for what you call hate. But what is it that you practice that we don't have one black senator? What is it that you practice that we don't have proper representation? And is it not you who said that taxation without representation is tyranny? I'm finished now. Well, Farrakhan described Judaism, and I quote, a gutter religion. Who's quoting? Mr. Glenn, Mr. President, earlier this month I took the floor of this chamber to denounce an irresponsible attack on the character of my Senate colleague from Ohio. Today I rise to condemn an equally irresponsible attack by a man who has affiliated himself with my own political party. See, he didn't say affiliated himself with our party, my party. He's a Negro that wants to be a part of my party. You know, us white folks' party. You better hurry and tell them the party is over. And further suggested that those nations, including the United States, which helped to create Israel and which now support her, are, and again I quote, criminals in the sight of Almighty God. Now, if anybody wants to challenge me on that, I'll be glad to accept the challenge. You see, we don't care what the United Nations create. That don't make it right. Well, Senate, let me see what I have here for you. To the Senate, since you abhor hatred, I call on the United States Senate to stand up and repudiate South Africa. We call on the United States Senate to advise those who do business with South Africa that since you want Reverend Jackson to cut off his friendship with me on the basis of a lie while the truth is staring you right in your face, tell all of those businesses to cut off their relationship with South Africa. And you be the first to lead the way. Renounce your friendship with her because she's a hater, and there's no room in this society for hate and bigotry. Well, I wondered, has there ever been a time in our history when the president, the vice president, the Senate has all come out, gotten all the Jewish leaders, not all, but many of the black leaders, so-called black leaders, to condemn me without ever asking me what I said. It shows Jewish control over black leaders and black organizations. And if they will do this to me, they will never represent the true aspirations of black people if they conflict with the aspirations of their Jewish masters. Now this has to be exposed so that blacks will rise up and stand up. I say to my beloved brother and preachers, resist the devil and he will flee from you. Never in the history of America has one black man been so openly condemned by so many leaders and politicians. I say to you, the fruit of righteousness is peace. Where is there any peace in this world? And if there is no peace in this world, how then can America's policies be right? I close. Opening the book where Jesus is talking to his disciples. And he said, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. That's for a testimony against both the Jews and the Gentiles. I am to suffer and you are to suffer, that a testimony be against those who cause us to suffer. Understand this. But when they deliver you up, be not anxious how or what you shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what you shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but it is the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. Listen, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death. Now I say this very humbly, the architects of that statement that was attributed to Reverend Jackson delivered me up to be killed. No way. In my very warning that I wrote in Essence magazine to black leaders, I warned them of how they criticized Reverend Jackson, because it would send a strange signal to the government that the government will move on that old revolutionary leader who goes one step beyond. And now, unwittingly, I don't think it was witting. There may be one or two that were witting. But unwittingly, they delivered me up and they endangered Reverend Jackson. They delivered us both up in one stroke. And brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father, the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved. See? I don't mind being hated for Christ's sake. I intend to endure to the end. But when they persecute you in this city, flee into another. For verily I say unto you, you shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. We're referring to America there as Israel. Now listen to this. The disciple is not above his teacher, nor the servant above his Lord. I want Muslims to pay good attention to what I'm saying here. It is enough for the disciple that he be like his teacher and the servant like his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, which is another name for the prince of demons, how much more shall they call them of his household? If my father, Elijah Muhammad, was called by the government the prince of devils, meaning a very